Good morning. Are we live? There we go. Welcome. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hope Fellowship. Thank you for being here in person. Thank you to those that are watching online and who are already commenting. If you haven't said hello online yet, make sure you do a quick comment. Tell us where you're watching from. That'd be really helpful. Let's get into some stuff this morning. I'm going to move over just a little bit here. Sorry, Drew, he just moved it. All right, do I have control? Probably not because of an adjustment. There we go. Okay, Mother's Day, obviously. Oh, by the way, I drove past our old church location in the outlet mall and took a couple pictures, but that's the front. This is the room we were in. And so they're putting in a restaurant there now. There's a brewery behind it. And before we got asked to leave, I asked if I could have a spout run up to my office, and they refused, so we left. But anyway, that's what it looks like, and this is a little zoom-in look. We had a drop ceiling there, and these are the sprinklers that came down. So anyway, it's very different than the other location, from when we first saw it. So everything we did was gone. This is a really cool picture from Norway. Now, usually they have great pictures in Norway, but because this magnetic storm was so bright and so strong, a lot of the pictures from places that normally show these pictures, they're extra brilliant. And so apparently the cameras pick up a bit more, I don't know, but that was really beautiful. I thought, that's cool. It's like a burning bush, but it's not. Anyway, tree. All right, since it's Mother's Day, a couple things you can quote me on this. Thou shalt not try me, Mom, 24/7. 24/7, get it? Okay. And then for those that are making a cake for Mom for Mother's Day, that's Mom. I know, that is cool. That's a lot of icing, which is perfect. And then we have the traditional, they all ate meals cooked by their husbands on Mother's Day. So this is Monday morning, the doctor's office. And this is a great idea, actually. Mom is temporarily out of service when lit. Go ask your dad. Isn't that great? I thought that was cute. This was funny. Can you hang this out, please, to Mom? And then they hang the sticky note out. So are you thick? I meant to hang the shirt out. So it's funny. Okay. When you finally meet the person that's been feeding you pickles and Flaming Hot Cheetos for 9 months, and Amanda just had a baby last week, so I thought of her for this. And speaking of that, this is the new family. And really, really cool. There's Amanda and Michael, and the last name's Joseph. So here is William David Joseph, born May 4th, 2024. Look at that grin. It's gas. I'm certain. Or a good BM, who knows. All right, birthdays. Found out yesterday was Paul Young's birthday. William Paul Young, who's been here a couple times. Abram Clausen in Manitoba. See what Facebook can do, can really help you remember. My son's birthday is coming up on the 14th, yay. And Jen and Dave are on a holiday time right now, so their anniversary is on that same day, which is pretty cool. This is not a pray for. I just quickly threw it in there because it's fun. If Paul and Debbie are watching in Chatham, Paul got a hole-in-one, and like a real hole-in-one golf, and was totally thrilled, yeah. And so we wanted to give him a shout-out. Apparently he's having a party. It's a big deal, I guess. I got one a long time ago, whatever. And it was only my few years learning to golf, so I got so lucky. Rob's father passed away on the 17th, so keep him in mind in that day. And then I'm going to invite Lori to come on up because she's going to lead us in some music. So again, a thank you to those that are, do we do a shout out? When's that? Oh no, okay, hang on. Oh, I still got more to go. Fun. Need more coffee? I've got lots of coffee beans if you're ready. No, you can stay. So make sure you grab your coffee off the table. I am ordering more, so if you're running low, now's the time to get it. Here's some upcoming events. We have a pizza movie night on the 27th. You're going to be watching Wish, the Disney Wish. So if you want to just prepare for that in your mind, it's in 2 weeks. Children's clothing swap. I heard this was happening yesterday. I saw this online, May 25th at Gale Presbyterian Church here in Elmira. Open to everyone. They're collecting children's clothing in all sizes before the event. but then make sure you come and find some clothes for those ever-growing kids. No cash will be exchanged. It's a free event. That's pretty cool. Great community thing to do. And of course, we have our potluck on June 2nd. Now, June 2nd is actually how many years? No, I know it's a Sunday, but it is 30. Okay. I didn't want to say it without being certain, but it's our 30-year anniversary for Hope Fellowship, and we were going to do a barbecue, but there's no kitchen cleaning facilities at all, so frustrating. But we are going to do a luncheon, and yes, crock pots can happen now that we know it's okay. You will have to clean your own stuff and bring it home, so make sure that if you have a crock pot and it's going to get messy, bring an extra box to put it in, and then you take it home and clean. See, she even put in chili. She pointed that out to me. She says, I put a chili picture in for you, so my chili will be there. All right. Communion and Benevolence, it will be on that Sunday as well. And we'll see what's going to happen as far as the theme goes. I don't know yet, so talk to Jen when she gets back. Wednesday morning, 8 a.m., we started this new series called Hell. Isn't that great? If Elizabeth was here, she's always asking, when are you going to teach What the Hell? And because I was going to jokingly call the series on Hell, What the Hell? And anyway, sort of doing it online, easier place. So this conversation is actually really good. It's not an in-your-face discussion. It's a really important discussion of all the tentacles connected to that doctrine and how we've misunderstood it. And I think it's really hope-filled. So if you want to tune in, it stays online all the time anyway, but it airs live on Wednesday mornings. Let's say hello to a few folks, and then Lori will come up. All right. So in the house, I don't have a list for who's here. Sorry, Dave's not here. And we are running a little behind today. Jen and Steve in Paris, good morning. They're saying hello. Cheryl in Waterloo, good morning. Jody in Kansas, good morning. John and Brenda in Kitchener. And happy Mother's Day to all the moms. Sharon and Ron Martin, happy Mother's Day to every mom who is part of Hope Fellowship community. Good morning from Ron, Sharon back in Craigleith. Then we have Rod and Gail from Sky Home. He's moved up in the world, finally. He's moved into a condo apartment up higher. It's funny. Anyway, he says, enjoy the chocolate. If you hadn't noticed the bouquet, there's that bouquet, but there's that one. So it's not really a bouquet, but anyway, I think it's fun. So if you didn't realize it's Chocolate Sunday, came on a great day. Who is this? I can't remember. Okay. Now we have Becky and Wayne celebrating Mother's Day with Nancy, 7-week-old Maggie. So that's cool. So 2 babies in the church family connected. And Paula McCartney in Park City, Utah. Cynthia in London, UK says hello. Happy Mother's Day to all the women. Amanda, howdy. This is actually Hank. Yeah. Amanda's here. He's not, but he's hijacking your account. I see that. Great. Debbie and Jerry in New Hamburg. Alex and Karen, happy Mother's Day. They're in Ottawa. Brent and Chris and Muriel from St. Jacobs. Good morning. Great to see you guys online. Sandy Prince in the UK, good morning. Carolyn in Stratford, good morning. Nancy in London, good to hear from you, Nancy. Nancy Jenks in Waterloo, and then Howard and Kathy in Sorrento, British Columbia. So I'm so glad you guys all chimed in. Now I'm going to ask Gloria to come on up, and she's going to lead us in some songs. Yeah.
Oh, well. Please stand as we sing this morning. I just picked a couple songs that, I don't know, Mother's Day can be happy and sad and bittersweet and great and disappointing and full of good memories and full of bad memories. And I just hope that wherever you are, you can find some peace with these songs this morning. You so you can have a seat.
Okay, thank you so much, Lori. Kids, you guys can head on out, and looks like you're going to have some fun. Good luck. Be really nice to your mom. That's how it works. Wait, whoa. I want to show you guys a video clip first. I'm sorry. It's kind of goofy, and they might, you know what, they're not even going to like it. I'm going to get a groan as soon as I show it. I know it. I know. So video 1, Mother's Day emphasis, and 2 moms are totally ignoring me. There we go. Perfect. As soon as you see them come on in, do you want to see this one? It's kind of cute. All right. Mother's Day. I got 2 of them today, but you don't get to see the second one. You'll see the first one. Hit it.
Mom, where are your keys?
Check in my purse.
She says I'm messy. Goodness gracious, why do you clean out this purse? Why is there so much junk in here?
Here, give it to me.
Ugh.
What in the world? Hey, those my special mustards.
My turn.
These help Dad read the menu. Oh, I need some of that. Ooh, I want candy.
No, not candy. These are for Cammy, for when she has her coughing episodes.
Hey girls, why do you need my purse?
Keep moving.
Okay, Slowpoke.
You're the slowpoke. Careful, that's Mom's prayer book.
It hits the spot. And this is gonna take all day.
It's just her purse, it's not like it's her closet.
It's like a bottomless pit. I give up. Huh? Fruit snacks.
Oh, poor dog.
Everyone's chapsticks.
Because sharing is gross.
Ruby's earplugs.
Also gross.
Dad's screwdriver.
Does she even know how to use that?
I think you forgot to use this one.
For Dad's acid free flop. Flashcard. Duct tape. Wallet.
Thank you. She's broke. Does she even own keys?
How could she when a purse is full of everything that takes care of everyone else?
Okay, Mom. I see you.
Valid. Should I put all this stuff back?
Nah, Mom will do it.
Yeah. That's how it works. That's it. Thanks, kids. Thanks for humoring me. I love it. All right. And a hello to Pauline in Palmerston, chiming in right at the end there. Didn't get a chance to give you a shout out, so great to see you both. All right, Mother's Day. Now, is this a little lower and easier on your neck rather than way up high? Is that a little better? Or you didn't notice? Just saying. Thank you. Thank Drew, he did that. All right. This week, things that made me stop, pause, and ponder. Just a few things on this Mother's Day week. This one's really cool. Rivers do not drink their own water. Trees do not eat their own fruit. The sun does not shine on itself. And flowers do not spread their fragrance for themselves. Living for others is a rule of nature. We're all born to help each other, no matter how difficult it is. Life is good when you're happy, but much better when others are happy because of you, Pope Francis. What's interesting about this, our culture is so selfish. It's all about me, my needs, and here's another phrase, my rights. That one comes up a lot. We have a right to this, you have a right to that, and I wish, especially those who claim to know Jesus, would remember it's not about your rights at all. You've actually given them up because the love of Christ in us is others-centered. It's always for someone else. And I don't know, that's a whole sermon in itself. I like this one. Stop walking around with a mouthful of scriptures and a heart full of hate. I'll just leave that there. If I had a church sign, that'd be fun. This one's really good. Hurt people hurt others. But luckily, healed people heal others. Safe people shelter others. Free spirits free others. Enlightened people illuminate others. And love always wins. So shine your light of love on all who may cross your path in life, because what you do does matter. You know, some people say it's not about what you do, and it's not when it comes to performance acceptance and performance forgiven or anything like that. But how we live is an overflow of the love of God and the light of God, and it does matter. How we live reveals what we're thinking about, what we're believing. It's pretty important. What makes the gospel offensive isn't who it keeps out, but who it lets in. That one's deep. I like that one. Last one from Elizabeth Elliot. To pray, thy will be done, I must be willing, if the answer requires it, that my will be undone. I like that. And a short meditation by Henry Nouwen. I like it. This is kind of deep, but it's if you remember last week, it's tied a little bit to that. Be still and wait. Maybe I've been living too much, too fast, too restlessly, too feverishly, forgetting to pay attention to what is happening here and now, right under my nose. Just as a whole world of beauty can be discovered in one flower, so the great grace of God can be tasted in one small moment. Just as no great travels are necessary to see the beauty of creation, so no great ecstasies are needed to discover the love of God. But you have to be still and wait, so that you can realize that God is not in the earthquake, the storm, or the lightning, but in the gentle breeze with which he touches your back. Could somebody close that door? That'd be great. So this Mother's Day, it is always hard to find or come up with a good Mother's Day kind of theme. So I'm stealing a little bit from last year because it was good, and I've had a number of conversations with individuals about the nature of God. Who is God? And in our current culture, in the Western evangelical culture, the conversation about gender comes up a lot. And I know the background I grew up in, and many of you as well, the role of women was really downplayed as far as roles in the church. Very few places had any kind of positive affirmation, and things have changed, thank goodness. And we're learning and growing, and it's about equality, not superiority. And so when this term comes up, God as Father, I also want to remember that God is also Mother. And people get their backs up about that. They really do, especially if you're in a really, really religious, traditional kind of setting. To call God Mother, even if, here's how you can know if somebody's going to be set off easily. Try doing the Lord's Prayer. Our Mother, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. And people go, oh, you can't do that. If that's your reaction, there's still more unlearning. I have unlearning to do. Because it seems odd to have that. But I want to show you that all of it is in Scripture. Both have room. They're equally important on the menu of how we view God. If there's anything that's been consistent here at Home Fellowship, we're trying to find a better, more hope-filled perspective on the love of God and who God is, so that our concept of who God is gets corrected more and more or updated. Do you ever have computer updates that take forever? It's like, come on. Or Zoom's a big one. If you haven't updated your Zoom for a while and somebody wants to do a Zoom call, you open up Zoom, suddenly updating. Oh, now you're 3 minutes late for the meeting, right? But in the same way, our concept of who we think God is, if there is a new piece of data coming to you because it was not there before, it takes time to upgrade. It takes time to install. And we need to be careful that we don't shove it in, that it gets installed carefully, properly. That's why software has its way of doing its upgrades. But when you shove a teaching on someone or a new concept on somebody, you can have a tone that suggests I'm right, you're not, you need to hear this. I'm only speaking the truth. Well, you're not doing it in love. That's like that one meme, of a mouthful of scriptures and a heart of hate. You don't use scriptures to clonk people or to win an argument. You can't. You shouldn't. It's about being loving. I think it's not your position, but your disposition that says more in many ways. So let's take a look at some of this in this context. God is not a man nor a woman. God is spirit. However, there is also a way to see this where we say God is not, well, in the scriptures that we refer to God as he. It happens all the time. That's why there is this system in our mind, an automatic backup software that sees God as he. It's just, if you've grown up in the church. But it's more than that. That is not the only option. And so when we see that God is not a man nor a woman, God is spirit, there's a danger of also removing male, female out of it and just say spirit. That's not a balance either. It's all of it at once. The fullness of God, and I'll show you that in a few moments from Genesis. It's a little tiny little piece of info. If you didn't catch it, it matters. So take a look at this. John 4:23-24 in Passion Translation. It says, from here on, worshiping the Father will not be a matter of the right place, but with the right heart. For God is spirit, and he longs to have sincere worshipers who worship and adore him in the realm of the spirit and in truth. See, Drew is going to love this because it's not about praying in the right place or worshiping in the right place. He can do it on the boat while fishing. See, I knew it. Out golfing. You can enjoy it having coffee. You can enjoy it while walking and such. It's not about coming to a building. Remember, the whole Jewish system was built on coming to a building at certain times of the year, bringing certain offerings and rituals that you had to do in order to stay in right standing. That took a long time to uninstall. In fact, for many, it's not fully uninstalled, interestingly enough. So this idea of God as spirit also is can mean God is breath. It's wind. Jesus refers to spirit more than 100 times in all four Gospels. Yahweh, God's favorite name, is non-gendered. Properly translated, it means the one who is, or I am. So when we talk about who God is, neither male nor female. But because the dominance of God being Father, which we've heard enough of that, I want to show you God as Mother. And none of this will be new to most of you, but it's still really good. Here it is. Women and men created in God's image, both. Genesis 1:26. Then God said, let us, plural, make man, humankind, in our image. Some people will mistaken man to be male. That's not what the word means. Even the word Adam is mankind. That's what that means. Let us make man in our image according to our likeness, and let him rule over the fish of the sea and over the birds in the sky, over the cattle, over all the earth, over every creeping thing that creeps on earth. God created mankind in his own image. In the image of God, he created him, male and female. He created them. Male and female, both, which means they're both the image of God. They're not independent or superior. But we've done that in our culture. And unfortunately, a flat reading of the scriptures, Old and New Testament, you can see the weight of patriarchal dominance coming through from the way it's written. But our true identity is spirit carrying both. It's kind of cool. If you can go down a really fun rabbit trail on this one, which we're not going to do today. God is described as a mother in Hosea 11. Yet it was I who taught Ephraim to walk. I took him up in my arms, but they did not know that I healed them. I led them with the cords of human kindness and bands of love. I was to them like noise who lift infants to their cheeks. I bent down to them and fed them. Yes, fathers do this stuff too, but predominantly these are images of how a mother takes care of their child. I love this line. They did not know that I healed them. You cannot possibly remember all the stuff your mom did. You can't realize how she doted on you, cared for you when you were sick, put up with you, cleaned your mess when you're sick, all kinds of sick, you name it, both ends, like it's bad. They've done it, and that's all there's to it. So we forget that. And that's something to remember because there's a sacrificial love there. Now, some do it differently, but I thought that was really cool. All the stuff that we can't remember. Like, she did that. Anyway, led them with cords of human kindness, bands of love, holding up a little one. Like we just saw some baby pictures when Amanda had her babies up, all cheeky close. It was so cute. Anyway, I thought there's one image. I'm going to show you a bunch because you got to see the consistency of this. God described as a mother eagle in Deuteronomy 32:11, like an eagle that rouses her chicks and hovers over her young, so he spreads his wings to take them up and carry them safely on his pinions. This is a dual concept. This is referring to a male God, but also female. So we can't get bent into only having one narrative. And again, the reason I'm pounding this one is because the narrative has always been male, 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 male. And it's not accurate. It's incomplete. It leaves out way too much. God is a mother hen. So now we have an eagle, a mother hen. Oh, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the city that kills the prophets and stones God's messengers, how often have I wanted to gather your children together as a hen protects her chicks beneath her wings, but you wouldn't let me. Same thing happens in Luke 13. There is that comforting and protection. How many of you have seen the ducks with the little ones behind coming along and the mother protects? And sometimes with geese, there's an extra goose there, and if you get too close, man, you are in trouble. I think right now is the egg laying time, so do not mess with geese. They can get pretty big and in your face, and it's not pleasant. I jokingly think, I'd be fine, I can handle that. But I see too many videos that people apparently who are tough, not handling it at all. So these geese have got something. Anyway, it's God who gives birth. This is another one that's different. You neglected the rock who fathered you. You forgot the God who had given you birth. God giving birth, that's definitely a female concept here. All right? Like, I think seeing the tender-hearted mother heart of God is so important and undershared. God is a comforting mother in Isaiah 66. I pour robust well-being into her like a river, the glory of nations like a river in flood. You'll nurse at her breasts, nestle in her bosom, and he bounced on her knee. As a mother comforts her child, so I'll comfort you. You will be comforted in Jerusalem. This is an Old Testament one. Now, this is when it was father being mostly male language, and Isaiah brings this out beautifully. God is compared to a nursing mother. Isaiah, again, comes back to this. Never can a mother forget her nursing child. Can she feel no love for the child as she has born? Even if that were possible, I would not forget you. This is a verse that's unfortunately taken out of context because some people will say, well, a real mother can never forget. But we know enough stories of abandonment. People who've been abandoned by their mothers. Some who've been put up for adoption. And so there's a sense of abandonment without answers. And so this line here is really important, but if that were possible, I would not forget you. It's not the norm. It's a real exception to have somebody walk away and abandon. And yet, if that were possible, I won't abandon you. Somebody needs to hear they're not abandoned today. They're not alone. I'm thinking of somebody right now going through a really difficult year-long journey, and it's a family crisis that's just unfolding. Seems quick, but it's long, and they're not abandoned. And they have family and friends as well that God uses to speak encouragement into them. If you know someone else that's going through something like that, be the love of God to them in the best way you can, in the kindest way you can. God has a woman in labor. He will say, I have long been silent. Yes, I have restrained myself, but now, like a woman in labor, I will cry and groan and pant. And why is the word yell not there? Because there's definitely yelling going on. It's not cry. It's not a groan. And sure, there's panting, but okay, is that enough? Yeah, good. El Shaddai. I love this. Most of us don't realize this is a feminine term. This is a description of who God is. One of the interpretations of the name of God, El Shaddai, apparently means one of the breast. One reference says, in several instances in the Torah, the name is connected with fruitfulness. That's what this name means. El Shaddai, blessing. May God Almighty, El Shaddai, bless you and make you fruitful and increase your numbers. I am Almighty God, El Shaddai. Be fruitful and increase in numbers. In Genesis 49, by the Almighty El Shaddai, who will bless you with blessings of heaven above, blessings of the deep that lies beneath, blessings of the breast, and whatever that word is, and the womb. This is about abundance. Oh, darn. I've got a great cartoon. Oh, okay. Imagine two cartoon buns dancing. Abundance. Anyway. Oh, I know. I've been waiting. I know, grown. This idea of blessing, too, is another word I don't like much. Honestly, the word blessing, I've overheard it, and it really drives me a little bit crazy. I know it's an authentic word, and I'm hoping to find more and more meaning in it. But as I was reading this, I was reminded this is about a blessing. There is a way to frame blessing that God does bless us. Just look around at what we have. If you're even sitting here, you are rich. We are wealthy in our country, especially compared to the rest of the world. Like, it's crazy when you start to do the numbers. We have been blessed. But El Shaddai is about fruitfulness, not just in things, but in even the love we have around us. And if you don't have someone around you enough, then Jesus or El Shaddai is your blessing. You have been blessed. And sometimes we don't see that because we're navel-gazing or looking at our circumstances. God is a mother in Psalm 131. Instead, I've calmed and quieted myself like a weaned child who no longer cries for its mother's milk. Yes, like a weaned child, my soul's within me. There's the mother heart of God, tender and caring in a way that is not common in the scriptures. Compared to a woman, again, look to you, heaven-dwelling God, look up to you for help, like a servant alert for their master's commands, like a maiden attending her lady. We're watching and waiting, holding our breath, awaiting your word for mercy. There's much mercy compared in there. Then we have, I like this lost coin one, that there's a woman used in the parable where Jesus says, a woman has 10 coins and loses one. What does she do? She runs through her house, searches like crazy. She finds the coin, calls everybody in, and let's celebrate, let's party. We don't celebrate well in the West. Many other cultures do it so much better. I remember going to Mexico all the time for many years, and I loved it. And boy, oh boy, they know how to celebrate. They know how to have fun. And the Jewish culture is also very much like that, very party-like. When they do their weddings and celebrations, it's a long, long event. If it's East Indian, I did a wedding for an East Indian couple last Sunday, and they had their week-long wedding in India previously, a week long. I know some of you could be rolling your eyes, if I had to be with those people for that long. Anyway, but our culture is very different. Anyway, I thought that was really cool. There's a celebration there. If nothing else, I think Jesus is the one who begins the Women's Lib movement. It's he who lifts up. It's he who reached to that woman that was going to be stoned. Jesus went to her and wrote something in the sand. We don't know what it was. People have made up a lot of funny ideas of what it could have been done, and who knows and who cares? You can't prove it anyway. But his mercy was there. The one who should have been stoned because they were using the law. Remember? They got a mouthful of scriptures and a heart full of hate. That's what he was facing. And all the people left, starting with the youngest to the oldest. And then he asked, who are your accusers? There are none. Constantly looking out for those that needed help. I love this. All praise to God and Father of our Lord Jesus Christ. He's the source of every mercy, the God who comforts us. He comforts us in all of our troubles so that we can comfort others. When others are troubled, we will be able to give them the same comfort God has given us. There is something about the mother heart of God in each of us. And guys sometimes don't like to hear that. They think, oh no, I'm a guy. Yeah, but you got a lot of both in you. You just don't admit it. Or nobody's told you. The tenderness, the kindness, it's not about a gender thing here. This is about your union with God who encompasses it all. Your union with God being one, you have all you need in you. You have the tender mother heart of God. You have the father heart of God, and that works for the ladies too. It goes both ways. So let's stop making it about gender. I love that. Next one. I love this, Galatians 3:28. And we no longer see each other in our former state, Jew or non-Jew, rich or poor, male or female, because we're all one through our union with Jesus Christ, with no distinction between us. There is none. No distinction whatsoever. This is a tough one to swallow for some people, especially when you're used to hierarchy. Eve. We're going to rip through these. I'm not going to read the whole thing because we're going to run out of time quick. And I'm going to end a little bit early today. Mother, first mother. I saw something the other day. We gotta give Abel, Cain and Abel. Remember the story? Remember Cain kills Abel? But somebody said, we got to give him a little credit. He didn't know what would happen after hitting him. He didn't know because it's never happened before. Okay, it is funny in a small way, fine. But imagine the poor mother dealing with the loss right away, right from the beginning of our story. Remember, this is a story that's shared first verbally for centuries, an oral tradition eventually written down. So we need to take this with a grain of salt, not as literal. You can, but there's a story here that points to who Jesus is. The whole Old Testament is a progressive story pointing to Jesus coming. And it's quite powerful. There's a lot of parallels there. So poor Eve. Sarah, she's the mother of Isaac, but she's also the mother of Ishmael, the Arab nation. Father Abraham. I'm having more and more conversations with Muslims, especially in my work context in the long-term care home. There's a lot of Muslim employees, and I've gotten to know them better and better. And my friend Safi Kaskas online, we've interviewed him for the Forgiveness Conference 2 years ago. Learning more about the Muslim faith, there are so many more parallels than you and I have been told. We've been led to believe they're just evil, awful people, and they're anti-God, and we write them off, us versus them. Not fair and not accurate. I'm being honest, and start doing a deep dive. You're going to find their foundational belief system is very close to what we believe, the foundation of love, nonviolence. It is. Well, you see in our Christian culture, there is violent sections, and yet there are peace sections. In the same way in the Muslim world, there's a violent section, extremists, and the peaceful ones. And you're going to find more and more parallels than you ever thought on both extremes too, especially when you're starting to point and say who's right and who's wrong. But right here, now the Lord was gracious to Sarah. As he had said, the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. She had a baby well past the time. And by faith, even Sarah, who was past childbearing age, was unable to bear children because she considered him faithful who had made the promise. And yet she laughed. She did not trust the promise. And God still pulled through. She was not punished for that. Hagar, mother of Ishmael. So here, Sarah's fault, by the way. Sarah told her, hey, sleep with Abraham because God's not providing a kid. So as soon as the baby's born, she gets jealous, and eventually she tells Abraham, please send her away. And so Abraham sends Hagar away. But God was with Ishmael. So these two mothers who have to endure rejection, first a setup. I think Hagar really got the short end of the straw in a bad way. And yet God was with her. Rebekah, mother of Jacob and Esau. We got Bathsheba, the mother of Solomon, and that was an awful situation. He sleeps with her, King David, and then finds out she's pregnant, so he calls the husband home, hopes he'll sleep with his wife, because then, it's their baby, and the guy refuses to, so he ends up having him killed in the front line. Then he marries her, seriously. And they end up having a baby that dies, and then Solomon is born out of this. It's pretty wild. Jochebed, mother of Aaron and Moses, went through an awful lot. In fact, trying to save their little one when Moses was supposed to die because Herod had said every baby, not Herod, Pharaoh, thank you. The Pharaoh said, we got to kill all the small children because the Hebrews are growing. They're multiplying like rabbits. It's not right. They're taking over. And she saved him. There's a lot of stress going on there. That's a fun story. Hannah, the mother of Samuel, doesn't have a baby for a long time. And then when she finally does, she gives the baby up to the temple. And that's where Samuel comes. She ends up having more kids, which is pretty cool afterwards. Mary, poor Mary. That we just did that at Christmas. Elizabeth, mother of John, we just covered that too. But in closing, I've done this before, but I didn't have it on one slide ever before. So I want to share this because some people can get their back up about Mother's Day because they're offended for some reason. And I'm going to beg us all the time, not just today, but to walk in a state of unoffendable. Quit worrying about what other people think because somebody can find a loophole why Mother's Day is bad. It happens. But we need to recognize this. It's not a Christian tenet. Mother's Day is not a church holiday. It's a cultural nice thing that I think has value and we should celebrate. It's important. So, for Mother's Day, I'm sending love to those who have lost their mother. For those who have experienced a miscarriage, and there are some here at Hope Fellowship that have. Those who've lost a child. To those who cannot be a mother. To those who have a difficult relationship with their mother. To those who long to be a mother. To those who've lost connection with their child. To those who've been denied or abandoned by their mother. To those who've adopted or are foster parents. To those who are expecting a child. To those who've chosen not to be a mother. To those who've never had a mother. To those who are struggling with their role as a mother. To those who are mothers. And to all others who need love on Mother's Day. I hope you hear love and compassion from the mother heart of God today. We're going to share a short clip of a unique gadget for Mother's Day you can get if you haven't picked something up yet. This might be a good idea.
Well, it's finally happened. You've moved out. You're on your own. Congratulations. But everyone still needs a little help sometimes.
Mom, have you seen my wallet?
It's in your back pocket.
You'll have to back it up.
Your other back pocket, dear.
You'll have to back it up, no?
Introducing the Mom Personal Assistant.
Really?
The only smart
no.
speaker device with all the wisdom, caring,
Oh,
and
no,
sage
no.
advice of a mother.
Okay, you can stop it.
Please call Brad.
You can stop
Honey,
it.
I'm just not sure he's right for you.
Can you see it? You can't see it. Okay, you can cancel
Ryan.
No, Mom, I said call Brad.
it. Darn, that was a good one. Oh, fine. After the service is over, I will run up, get the file again, find out why it's not working, and show it for you. And then I'll put it online when I upload the edited one. Darn, this is it's like the crescendo. This is like,
Well, it's
yeah, it's not there. Yeah, the video, I don't understand. Ugh. Okay, fine. Oh yeah, look at me waving on the, okay, never mind, I'll stop. I'll stand still. Oh darn, I'm just re-seeing myself on the screen because it's a 10-second delay. Fine, happy Mother's Day, all right? So, oh my goodness, so, okay.
Well, it's finally happened. You've moved out. You're on your own.
Oh, good, yes. Okay, restart it.
Needs a little help sometimes.
Yes.
Mom, have you seen my wallet?
Sorry. I might be so dumb you think,
Well,
why?
it's finally happened. You've moved out. You're on your own. Congratulations. But everyone still needs a little help sometimes.
Mom, have you seen my wallet?
It's in your back pocket.
No, I checked there.
Your other back pocket, dear.
Thanks, Mom.
Introducing the Mom Personal Assistant, the only smart speaker device with all the wisdom, caring, and sage advice of a mother.
Mom, please call Brad.
Honey, I'm just not sure he's right for you.
Just call him.
Okay, calling Ryan.
No, Mom, I said call Brad.
Trust me.
The Mom PA always has your best interests in mind.
Wish me luck, Mom. Big interview today.
Did you eat breakfast? Is that what you're wearing?
Wait, what?
Did you even shower?
She's there to provide a helping hand whenever you need it.
Mom, set a timer for 40 minutes. Mom?
The Mom Personal Assistant won't function until you say the magic word.
Oh, right. Mom, please set a timer for 40 minutes.
Sure thing, hun, but it's only 30 minutes for that dish.
The Mom PA is always correct and basically knows everything.
Mom, what setting should I use for this laundry?
Mom, do you think I should color my hair?
Hey, Mom, can you please order mac and cheese?
You still have 2 boxes.
What? No, we're out.
Did you look?
Yeah, I just looked. It's gone.
Do you want me to look?
No, it's okay. I'll go look again.
Try looking with your eyes this time.
Based on God's perfect design, the Mom Personal Assistant is thoughtful, kind, encouraging, and supportive.
You are beautiful. It's okay. You're gonna get through this. I am so proud of you. You can change the world. But right now, hun, you really need to change your socks because they smell like a dumpster.
Mom.
The Mom Personal Assistant. Always helpful, always reliable, and always there for you.
Yay! I liked it. You guys like it? Was it okay? Good. It's hard to find good videos, too. All right. We're done. So thank you online. I'm going to show this to our online family just to rub it in. This is chocolate. We don't do flowers for Mother's Day. We do chocolate. And so those of you who chose to stay home, more for me. And just kidding. I mean, I have to save the leftovers for Father's Day. But either way, all the ladies, everyone gets, not everyone, all the ladies get chocolate today. So I'll walk around and make sure you get some. And that's it. We're on. We're done. Have a great day.